Hello everyone. Welcome to a quick tutorial video on the FSG Mod Assistant. Now, this piece of software, although it was an older version, was already covered quite well by ArgZ Gaming. I will link to that down below in the description. I am specifically going to focus on a new feature that was added at my request, and that is the ability to hook it up to mod downloads for dedicated servers. You see this orange colored icon right here? That one is for my multiplayer server. It's already set up. The mods are already all downloaded. And there are a lot of them, so that would take a very long time for a demonstration. So I've created this empty folder down here for MP server. I'm just calling it a generic MP server. I'm not going to say whose server I'm using or anything of that nature. And so what we're going to do is click this Edit Folder Details button, which brings up this other window. Now, this is where some of the settings are at, where I can make it a favorite collection, give it a description, set my player name for it being a server. Now, if I scroll down here, it also has a server name, a server password, and a server website. Now I've just put stars in here for the server name and password because we're not going to fill those in, and I don't want you guys seeing what I have filled in for other servers, which it pulls out and put in there by default. The last server that I connected to, I believe. So in here, we're going to paste the mods URL. Now, you'll notice that the box turned orange, and if I hover over, actually, it's not saying it, but the orange is because of a change. This is, if I click this, going to tell me invalid URL. This is new in one of the more recent versions. It's great because I screwed this up the first time I tried doing it. You actually have to take the mods.html off and just have the raw IP address and port along with HTTP. Now, I've already checked the box to allow mod download from the server. We're not going to put in a server admin password, and I don't need to put in any notes, but you can put those in if it's appropriate to your situation. So now if we close this and give it a moment to update the UI, it now has this download and replace all mods from server. So if we click that button, it tells us downloading full mod set for MP server. When complete, the tester scanner will automatically begin. I have to talk to him about the wording there. That should be test scanner or test runner scanner, something. A little bit better wording there, probably. But that's okay. It's a great piece of software. Great developer, too. I talked to him quite a lot about it. So we're going to click OK here. Download failed. Please check log. Great. This usually means the server website URL is incorrect or downloading mods has been turned off. Now that's interesting because I did already validate that this works manually. So I'm not sure if this is an error with this particular one or not. I'm going to pause the recording here and go find out. And we are back. Something simple and stupid, even though you guys watched me remove the mods.html from the URL because I didn't tab out of the box or something of that nature to set the focus elsewhere, that box never saved. And because it never saved, it still had mods.html on the end. That's why the download failed. So that's user error, and now you know how to avoid it. Now if we click this, it should work. And voila, there it goes. It gives you this nice little timer bar here. So we're going to just wait for that to complete. Thankfully, it's a small one, so it won't take very long. Little animated window, that's kind of a nice touch. I don't know if you guys can see it clearly or not, but here in the background is a little lumberjack guy, and his eyes are actually moving. I never noticed that before. It's amazing what you can see when you're just doing a recording. I'll probably edit this part and speed it up for you guys. There, now that it finished downloading, it checked all the zip files and ran them through the tests. and it's good to go. And if we click here, you can see that we have all the necessary mods for this server, which aren't very many, just the map and a few others. But you can also see that this tool will tell you about issues with your mods. This mod has non-game breaking issues. This mod has non-game breaking issues. Are we curious about what those are? Sure. So if we click here, issues with this mod, performance consideration, one or more XML files is too big. So it's greater than a quarter of a megabyte. So that is pretty straightforward for that mod. And for this one, performance consideration, too many GRLEs in mod greater than 10, and that's for the map itself. Now, of course, some of this stuff isn't going to mean anything to you guys, but it will mean something to the modders, and they'll know how to handle it. So let's let them do their thing. You just tell them about any issues where appropriate, and try to avoid anything that comes up red instead of yellow, as that will be likely a game breaking mod. That is all for today. I encourage you all to check out ArgZ's original video on this, and I will see you all on the next one.